name's Gavin, this is Genre Books, and I don't know whether I'm going to append this to the end of a longer video or whether I'll just put this up on its own. All I'm doing is giving my very quick review of the book I chose from the Tote bag of Mild Peril. The Tote bag of Mild Peril is this tote bag. It has many slips of paper, and on each of those slips of paper is the title of a book from the shelves behind me, or the name of a genre or subgenre of literature. And whatever I pick out, I will either read and give my reaction to, or a genre that I will talk about and hopefully have a book relevant on the shelves to that genre. If not, I'll have to go and find one. I've been busy with the book events recently, with Spring Into Adventure and with Horror Mayhem, and before I start on another couple of months of westerns and science fiction, I thought I'd read my latest pick, which was Mindbridge by Joe Haldeman. This is a book from 1977. I think this is the first paperback. Let's start with the physical book. It's in good nick for something which is 47 years old. The cover is a nice Josh Kirby cover, and it's a slight book. It's less than 200 pages. There are a good, what are we looking at here, 53 different sections, although only 15 of them are chapters. The story is interspersed with charts, musical notation, with technical lists, mission manifests, debriefs shown as plays or presented as though they were plays, memorandum, timetables and schedules, other data representation. In that way, it's very interesting. It keeps things moving along. It gives the idea of the cacophony of bureaucracy, and although it doesn't get the future correct in many cases, it has an authentic and convincing internal consistency. I would say the same for the science within the book. The action is predicated on the fact that we are able to transmit ourselves great distances across the universe to explore new worlds, but we can only go for a short amount of time before we are called back by the same method as if we were exploring on a very, very long strand of elastic. Before we snap back, we have the opportunity to try to geoform, to terraform the worlds that we are visiting, but we can't stay. We can, however, reproduce, and the offspring are able to stay there. Now, when we go to another planet, that visit can be half an hour or a couple of months. The science is obviously bunkum, but again, it sticks to its own rules. It has internal consistency and rigidness that gives the patina of being hard science fiction, even though it is patent nonsense. But it's an intriguing conceit, and these are all the good points of the book. I think on the flip side, it spends a little too long in the setup, or certainly too long in the setup compared to the amount of time we spend in what should be the meat of the story, which is encountering a hostile alien race, which is also colonizing and moving out in the universe, although by more sort of traditional means of generationship. Our hero is well written, Some of the lesser characters are more types rather than characters. There are the gruff stuffed shirts at the AED, which is the body which is sending people out into the universe. But I would say we never really explore the other characters, the other members of our heroes team, and as a result there is little scope for Peril, and that would be my other criticism of the book. And that is, although there are minor reverses throughout the book, there isn't really any point, and there's no time in the speed that it zips along for there to be some immense crisis. And even when there is a crisis point, we are straight away into the plan of how we're going to deal with that, and that plan comes off. It does fall into the classic trap of having very capable main characters whose capability can actually be a detriment to the story. Anyway, those are my very first impressions of the book. I literally put it down 10 minutes ago and wanted to give those initial thoughts, but also was quite excited to choose the next book. I've got to do that on camera. And at this rate, it is going to take me years to get through this. But here we go. V by A.C. Crispin. So, another book with alien invasion. I've got to try and find that on these shelves, and then that will go into the mix. We'll hopefully get to read it at some point during June. If not, it probably does fit more into Rocket Summer, even if it doesn't fit into the time frame for that reading event. Anyway, nothing more to say at this point, so